I'm Brett.
And I'm Charlie.
And this is the much anticipated Trojan Extra, Episode 2.
We are Blindbrook's online news show.
By the students.
For the students.
In this episode, we will be interviewing a very close friend of the show, our vice principal, Mr. Shoeline.
And we will be discussing the many pressing issues Blindbrook has seen over the past few months, ranging from gun safety to block scheduling, in order to ensure that you, the viewer, knows what's happening around the school.
And now, off to the news.
Blindbrook's mock trial team won counties this year and will be competing in regionals.
And Blindbrook's varsity basketball team had a great season, losing a nail-biter to Briarcliff in the sectional finals.
A truly great season, and good luck to the team for next year.
On March 14th, the Blindbrook students participated in the National School Walkout to honor the victims of the Parkland, Florida school shooting and express their feelings on gun safety.
We were lucky enough to have been joined by County Legislator Nancy Barr, who shared her opinion on the issue.
Thank you to all of the organizers of the walkout: Abraham Baker Butler, Alex Weiss, Carly Cabot, Christine Argentino, Jared Bassett, Maya Finkman, Kelly Franzblau, Samuel George, Madison Goldberg, Matthew Greenwald, Justin Levine, and Hannah Steinthal. Also, we'd like to thank Ben Simon and Rowan Kanzler for sharing their memories with Scott Beagle, a teacher at Parkland who was shot and killed while protecting his students. Blindbrook's Model UN team had one of their best years ever. They won a program record 24 awards, including an outstanding large delegation award.
And now for a Trojan Extra exclusive with Brett Goodman interviewing our vice principal, Mr. Shoeline.
Hi, Mr. Shoeline.
Mr. Goodman,
How are you?
doing well. Appreciate you asking. It's a good day. How are you?
It's a good day. Let's start with gun safety in schools and the walkout.
Yep.
So, what are your thoughts on President Trump's proposed idea of having guns in schools?
I think it's a good question for a point in time here. I'm not sure that more guns in schools is going to solve violence or make anyone any safer. I think it's more likely to make people unsafe. Based on the fact that if guns are a problem, having more of them is unlikely to resolve it.
How did you feel about the walkout?
The walkout was an interesting thing. At first, I was kind of curious to see how things were going to go, but as the days and the weeks kind of leading up to it, there was different student leaders very much on board with the initiative. Came to myself and Ms. Lambert, talked about what they wanted to do. Really did a nice job of coordinating with each other in terms of having the event. And I have to say, not that I was surprised, but I was impressed with how well it did.
Now, on another note, there's rumblings throughout the school of a block scheduling.
Okay.
Well, what do you have to say about that? How will it work? Is it happening? When will it happen?
It's still being discussed, but the goal, the trajectory we're on is not for this coming school year being 18-19, but for 19-20 that we would pilot a modified what's called a drop block schedule. Talking about class periods that would be like 54, 55 minutes, somewhere around there. There'd be a common lunch. The whole school would be off for lunch at the same time for 55 minutes. All teachers would be off.
How would that work? Having everyone off at the same time?
I think well, because now that will resolve the issue in terms of students trying to find their teachers for extra help and lining up an academic assistance period when they have lunch for free, or cramming in during activity period and hoping that there's not a long line. Now everyone will be off at the same time, which makes it much easier to access teachers.
Do you think the Blindbrook cafeteria and the Commons can handle everyone being there at the same time?
I don't believe the Commons can. The Commons wasn't designed to do that. But what you have to remember is, there is not a school in the land that was designed to have its entire student population off at that one moment in time. All these schools that do it, and there are many, were not designed for that. They were designed for 3-4 lunch periods. And so what happens is, there's flexible use of space. In some of the schools we saw, there's a very quick setup, and the bleachers come out of the gym, and people use that space. Some students choose, as they do right now, even the hallway is a contingent of students being right up here almost every day. Certainly there's the Commons. We would have also use of the middle school cafeteria because the middle school and us would be at a different time. So the thought is that certainly, if all these other schools can do it, it may not be the traditional I'm sitting in the Commons for lunch, and I may have kids going to see their teacher. A lot of students choose not even to sit for lunch. And we believe, we've talked to Patty in the cafeteria, they're going to be able, it's going to change what they do, but they're going to be able to do it.
What's been your best experience with Blindbrook so far?
I saw that question. I didn't think of.
You didn't have
I've
an
had
answer?
I've had a lot of good experiences. I would say the walkout was really a positive experience. I was really impressed with what I saw.
Lastly, what's been the biggest difference? Because you previously worked in the middle school here.
I did.
The transition between the two of those.
So that middle school was my first experience in a middle school. I was always a high school person before I got here, so my 2 years doing both. And during those time that I was in the middle school, I was also in high school, and I was shared. So I mean, really, I would say the biggest difference is, it's the students. That maturation and change that seems to happen from 8th to 9th grade is like day and night. And you see it again from 9th to 10th grade. You see, I've always known the 9 to 10 one. I haven't seen the 8 to 9 one. It's just incredible. You see the students, this massive shift from all of these sort of relationship, friendship, drama that seems to, social standing that permeates the middle school, all of a sudden, instantly seems to go away in high school. And what Take Readers replaces that stress with is stress over grades. What's going to happen? How's this going to look in college? So seeing that shift of stressors and anxiety in kids, and having now seen from the middle school the difference, is what I think is most stark in the contrast.
Thank you, Mr. Schuline.
Anytime.
Thank you to Mr. Schuline and his team for that phenomenal interview.
And we're all looking forward to the sophomore circus. Come out and support the class of 2020 on April 27th.
Good luck to everyone taking AP exams, Regents exams, and final exams this year. And lastly, on to a more serious note, our most sincere condolences to the family of Joao Souza and to the Blinder community. He will be dearly missed.
Some Trojan extra thank yous for our cameraman and editor Brian, Mr. Schuline, and Mrs. Wong. And thank you to you, our viewers, for watching.